You're watching Showtime. Coming up, an enchanting Arabian Nights tale about a street boy who discovers how to summon up a genie with awesome powers. The animated feature Aladdin and His Magic Lamp is next on Showtime.
You're watching Showtime. Coming next, a paid cable exclusive that won't be...
You're watching Showtime. Coming up, watch what happens when Michael J. Fox goes back in time and meets his mom when she was a teen. What would happen to him if she doesn't marry his dad? It's the smash hit comedy Back to the Future, next on Showtime. You're watching Showtime. Next, the best of Bizarre. Some favorite episodes from cable's longest-running comedy show. Join John Biner and Bob Einstein as Super Dave for bizarre gags, stunts, and yucks. Next.
You're watching Showtime. Coming next, John Biner hosts cable's longest-running comedy series. Bizarre 86 keeps you laughing with crazy antics and offbeat sketches. You'll never look at the world the same way again. Next on Showtime.
You're watching Showtime. Next, Judd Nelson returns after 5 years to Blue City, hoping to reconcile with his father. Instead, he finds his father has been murdered. Judd sets out to avenge his father's murder in Blue City. Next. You're watching Showtime. Coming up, it's the wacky, wonderful, and touching adventures of the Waters family and their friends. Brothers is the acclaimed Showtime comedy. Next.
Coming next, an acclaimed comedy series about 3 very different brothers who share life, love, and laughter with their families and friends. Next on Showtime.
Tonight is Comedy Night on Showtime. Stay tuned now for Brothers, followed by Hard Knocks and Gallagher, the Bookkeeper, only on Showtime. You're watching Showtime. Coming up, the moving 1951 drama of a childless woman who wants to adopt a homeless waif and finds herself in conflict with a man she loves. Gene Tierney and Ray Milland star in Close to My Heart, next on Showtime.
You're watching Showtime. Coming up, Ron Howard directs a highly acclaimed, warm, and wonderful science fiction fable about young love, old folks, and the discovery of a fountain of youth. Cocoon features an all-star cast, next on Showtime.
You're watching Showtime. Coming up, Klaus Kinski stars in an action-packed space yarn. After scientists revive a dormant life form, the monster acquires a taste for human brains. Reservation for one at Spago's in the name of Creature. Next on Showtime.
You're watching Showtime. Coming next, a gripping documentary-style account of life and death on a British warship stationed in the Atlantic during World War II. The Cruel Sea stars Jack Hawkins and Denholm Elliott. Next on Showtime.
You're watching Showtime. Coming up, an exclusive you won't see on HBO or Cinemax. Richard Dreyfuss, Bette Midler.
You're watching Showtime. Coming next, the sounds of the king. Elvis, That's the Way It Is, takes you behind the scenes and on stage for a stellar performance in Las Vegas. Meet the real Elvis, next on Showtime.
You're watching Showtime. Coming up, it's years after a nuclear holocaust and a small band of survivors embarks on a dangerous journey to safety. Endgame, a harrowing look at the future, is next on Showtime.
You're watching Showtime. Coming next, a visually stunning, sword-clashing epic based on the King Arthur legend. Excalibur takes you back to the age of chivalry and daring do. Next on Showtime.
You're watching Showtime. Coming up, Ray Bolger is an angel who must use his heavenly powers to help a basketball player to victory in a very special game. Joanna Pettit co-stars in For Heaven's Sake, next on Showtime. This is
You're watching Showtime. Coming up is a highly acclaimed, charming British film about a simple farm girl who falls in love with a writer. Rita Tushingham, Peter Finch, and Lynn Redgrave star in Girl with Green Eyes, next on Showtime.
You're watching Showtime. Next, a Christmas pet turns a postcard-perfect town into living hell. It's a comic nightmare, a cross between Capra's It's a Wonderful Life and The Blob. Look fast for Steven Spielberg. Gremlins, next.
You're watching Showtime. Coming up is a charming story of freedom and love. Richard Farnsworth is the Gray Fox, an aging legendary bandit who returns to his trade after a long prison term. Next on Showtime. You're watching Showtime. Coming next, a pay cable exclusive that won't be seen on HBO or Cinemax. Meg Tilly and Tim Matheson come up against an unspeakable horror in Impo.
You're watching Showtime. Coming up, Jeff Goldblum gets more than he bargained for when he becomes involved with beautiful but dangerous Michelle Pfeiffer. Enter Laughing Into the Night, a tale of comic intrigue, next on Showtime.
You're watching Showtime. Coming up, Chuck Norris is our only hope against Invasion U.S.A. Can he prevent America from being brought to her knees? It's a national pay cable exclusive you won't see on HBO or Cinemax. Next on Showtime. You're watching Showtime. Coming next, a visit to the island of 1,000 delights. Mystery, intrigue, greed, and a surprise ending await you amid the high society of an Indian Ocean island. Next on Showtime.
Showtime's Exclusives Explosion. Coming up, just one of the many exclusives you won't see on HBO or Cinemax. Take a look at the exciting movies and specials coming up in April on Showtime. Join host Bill Harris next. This is the Showtime Exclusives Explosion. Coming up next, the Showtime original movie, J. Edgar Hoover. Just one of the many exclusives you won't see on HBO or Cinemax. Follow the life of a controversial American legend. Next on Showtime. You're watching Showtime. Coming up, join 15-year-old Jennifer and her 10-year-old brother Michael as they embark on a bold venture that will change their lives forever. Jennifer's journey is next on Showtime. You're watching Showtime. Coming up, Mary Tyler Moore and Christine Lottie discover they have more than friendship in common. They're sharing the same man in Just Between Friends. Next on Showtime. You're watching Showtime. Next, Kiss of the Spider-Woman. William Hurt won Best Actor for his touching, flamboyant role. Critics praised both the dialogue and the rapport of the actors. Kiss of the Spider-Woman. Next. Watching Showtime. Coming up, Albert Brooks and Julie Haggerty are an upwardly mobile big city couple who leave their yuppie life to look for the real America in a comic salute to Easy Rider. Lost in America is next on Showtime. You're watching Showtime. Next, an upwardly mobile L.A. couple gives up the good life for a Winnebago and the American highways. It's a hilarious twist on Easy Rider, a great sleeper. It's Albert Brooks' Lost in America. Next. Watching Showtime. Coming up, here's a charming tale about two youngsters who find excitement with the help of a strange kite. Magic Adventure is based on stories by Hans Christian Andersen. Next on Showtime. You're watching Showtime. Next, another unfamiliar movie. Get this, a wealthy gumshoe proves his stuff investigating a Bel Air house full of sexy Russian spies. We should be so lucky. Malibu Express, next. You're watching Showtime. Coming up next, Tom Hanks is blissfully unaware that he's being bugged, followed, and targeted by a pack of G-men. Dabney Coleman and Laurie Singer co-star in The Man with One Red Shoe. Next on Showtime.
You're watching Showtime. Coming up, it's the funniest best of one of Showtime's funniest men. The Messiest of Gallagher gives the high points and hilarity from his 8 great specials. Next on Showtime.
Next is an intimate look at a legendary singer of the 60s. Motown on Showtime, Marvin Gaye, is hosted by Smokey Robinson with rare footage and special guests. Next on Showtime.
You're watching Showtime. Coming up, it's a wacky sci-fi tale of a high school student who discovers a time-altering device that can bring the past into the present. My Science Project is next on Showtime.
You're watching Showtime. Coming up, Meryl Streep and Robert Redford are the lovers whose affair becomes a storybook romance set against the splendors of a wild, exotic land. winner of 7 Oscars, Out of Africa, is next on Showtime. You're watching Showtime. Coming up, pull an all-nighter with Hart in Kingsfield. It's 6 continuous hours of Showtime's critically acclaimed dramatic series, The Paper Chase, next on Showtime.
You're watching Showtime. Coming next, The Paper Chase, the first year. Join the law students as they begin their studies and meet Professor Kingsfield. Watch this acclaimed series from the beginning, next on Showtime.
You're watching Showtime. Coming up, follow a boy on a journey to manhood as he wins a coveted job riding for the Pony Express. Leif Garrett stars in Peter Lundy and the Medicine Hat Stallion, next on Showtime.
You're watching Showtime. Coming up, meet Peter, the tailless cat who's out to win the affections of Molly Greennose. Peter No Tail is an animated feature that will take you on a great adventure, next on Showtime.
You're watching Showtime. Coming up, Betty Davis gives a memorable performance as a widow who fights to regain control of her estate and her life. A Piano for Mrs. Cimino is next on Showtime.
You're watching Showtime. Coming next, Ronald Reagan and Steve Forrest are held captive in Korea. Prisoner of War exposes the mistreatment that our troops underwent at the hands of the dirty commies. Next on Showtime. You're watching Showtime. Coming up, here's ingenuity, courage, intellect, and offbeat humor when Sam Waterston stars as QED. He's a scientific whiz ousted by the establishment and battling an evil genius. Next on Showtime. You're watching Showtime. Coming next, Ben Gazzara is an honest police officer caught up in a trap set by a ruthless federal agent. Robert Vaughn, Paul Sorvino, and Tony Roberts co-star in A Question of Honor. Next on Showtime.
You're watching Showtime. Coming up next, a Showtime original movie starring Danny DeVito and Rhea Perlman. Can a trucking magnate become a TV programming genius? Do movies imitate life? Find out on The Ratings Game, next on Showtime.
You're watching Showtime. Coming up is a national paid cable exclusive you won't see on HBO or Cinemax. Meet a legendary swordswoman out to stop an evil queen. Bridget Nielsen is Red Sonja. Arnold Schwarzenegger co-stars next on Showtime.
You're watching Showtime. Coming up, an aging rock star sets out to rule the world in the animated fantasy Rock and Rule. The music of Lou Reed, Deborah Harry, Iggy Pop, Cheap Trick, and others is featured next on Showtime. You're watching Showtime. Coming up, Oscar winner Teresa Wright stars in The Rocking Chair Rebellion. A young girl's view of the elderly changes when she becomes involved with a home for the aged. Next on Showtime.
You're watching Showtime. Coming next, sexy, slinky Ursula Andress as the sensuous nurse. She's hired by a family to speed the death of their wealthy father by overexertion. There we go. It's a bawdy farce next on Showtime.
You're watching Showtime. Coming up next, Martin Short is the seed-spreading do-gooder in Shelley Duvall's Tall Tales and Legends, Johnny Appleseed. Molly Ringwald and Rob Reiner co-star next on Showtime.
You're watching Showtime. Coming next, an animated mystery involving a thick fog, an enormous dog, and a family curse. Yes, the great detective is on the case. Sherlock Holmes and the Baskerville Curse is next on Showtime. You're watching Showtime. Coming next, an animated mystery involving a thick fog, an enormous dog, and a family curse. Yes, the great detective is on the case. Sherlock Holmes and the Baskerville Curse is next on Showtime.
You're watching Showtime. Coming up in the Showtime Comedy Spotlight, Penn and Teller's Invisible Thread. Join these critically acclaimed comic magicians along with guests G. Gordon Liddy, Andy Warhol, and Dick Cavett next on Showtime. You're watching Showtime. Coming up, a Vietnam War hero returns home after 6 years as a POW and finds life full of surprises. Richard Pryor and Margot Kidder star in an unusual comedy drama, Some Kind of Hero, next on Showtime. You're watching Showtime. Coming up, the special magic of herself, the elf. In this animated fable, all of the wonders of nature fall into evil hands. Can the elves save it? Next on Showtime.
You're watching Showtime. Coming next, a paid cable exclusive that won't be seen on HBO or Cinemax. The Starship Enterprise returns to the Genesis planet for Star Trek III, The Search for Spock. Next on Showtime.
You're watching Showtime. Coming up, an ex-con tries to go straight but gets caught up in the seamy Florida underworld. Burt Reynolds stars in and directs Stick. Next on Showtime. This is the Showtime Exclusives Explosion. Coming up next. You're watching Showtime. Coming up, it's a national pay cable exclusive you won't see on HBO or Cinemax. Emilio Estevez stars in the provocative story of a troubled teen. That Was Then, This Is Now is next on Showtime. You're watching Showtime. Some movies are too unbelievable. Why, for instance, would private citizens be asked to truck lethal plutonium? That's Thunder Run, a good, not terribly believable action flick, next. You're watching Showtime. Coming up is an enchanting fantasy about a toy rabbit that miraculously comes to life. It's the storybook classic, The Velveteen Rabbit, narrated by Meryl Streep, next on Showtime. You're watching Showtime. Coming up next, Matthew Modine is a high school wrestler facing the state championship. Linda Fiorentino is the wayward beauty who teaches him to pursue his dream. Vision Quest is next on Showtime.